You know that feeling when you're absolutely exhausted, you finally crawl into bed, close your eyes, and then nothing? Your brain decides it's the perfect time to replay every awkward conversation you've ever had. Well, what if I told you there's a technique developed by the US military that lets fighter pilots fall asleep in exactly 2 minutes, anywhere, anytime, even in the middle of a war zone? Yeah, I know, sounds too good to be true. But stick with me because this is actually legit. So here's the backstory. The US Navy needed their fighter pilots to be sharp, focused, and ready for combat at all times. But stress and lack of sleep were causing pilots to make critical mistakes, the kind that cost lives. So military scientists developed this technique for pilots who had to sleep in the noisiest, most uncomfortable conditions imaginable, sitting upright in cockpits, engines roaring, chaos all around them. And after 6 weeks of practice, 96% of pilots could fall asleep in under 2 minutes. If it works for a fighter pilot sitting in a metal death trap, it should definitely work for us regular people just trying to get some decent sleep, right? Here's how it works. The technique has 2 parts: physical relaxation and mental clearing. First, lie down and close your eyes. We're going to systematically relax every single muscle in your body, starting from your head and moving down to your toes. Start with your face. Relax your forehead. If you're frowning, let it go. Smooth it out completely. Now, relax your eyes. Let them sink back. Relax your jaw. Let it hang loose. Your tongue, your cheeks, everything. Imagine all the tension just melting away. Take a deep breath in and breathe out slowly. Now move down to your shoulders. Drop them. Let them fall heavy. Now relax your arms. Start with your upper arms, then your forearms, all the way down to your hands and fingers. Feel that warm, heavy sensation spreading down your arms. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, focus on your chest. As you exhale, feel it relax and sink. Move down to your stomach. Let it go soft. Now your legs. Start with your thighs. Let them go heavy. Then your calves. Finally, your feet and toes. Your entire body should feel like it's sinking into the mattress. Heavy, warm, and completely relaxed. Okay, so your body is relaxed, but your mind? Still racing. That's the second part, mental clearing. Imagine one of these 2 scenarios. One, you're lying in a canoe on a calm, still lake. There's nothing around you but crystal clear blue sky. The water is perfectly still. You can feel the warmth of the sun. Everything is calm. Everything is quiet. 2, you're lying in a black velvet hammock in a pitch black room. You can't see anything. You can't hear anything. Just darkness, silence, and comfort. Pick whichever image works for you and hold it in your mind. If your brain starts wandering, gently bring yourself back to the image. The canoe, the hammock, calm, quiet. And if you really can't stop your thoughts, repeat this phrase for 10 seconds. Don't think, don't think, don't think. It sounds ridiculous, but it works. Now, here's the thing. You're not going to nail this on your first try. The pilots didn't either. It took them 6 weeks of practicing every night before they mastered it. But once they did, 2 minutes, boom, asleep. So if you try it tonight and it doesn't work immediately, don't give up. Practice it. Make it a routine. Once it clicks, you'll have a superpower. Imagine being able to fall asleep anywhere, on a plane, on a long car ride, even at your desk. And honestly, even if it takes you 5 or 10 minutes instead of 2, that's still way better than lying awake for an hour, right? So here's your challenge. Try this tonight. Follow the steps, relax your body from head to toe, clear your mind with the canoe or the hammock, and see what happens. 6 weeks, that's all it took for fighter pilots to master it. And if they can do it in a war zone, you can definitely do it in your comfy bed. All right, that's it. Now stop watching videos and go practice. Your 2-minute sleep superpower is waiting.